Frontier Mountains. We're in an area that I have not been to for a very long time. And, yeah, I mean, I had talked about it a few different times about the idea of coming to level here for around a level 20 character, and we're finally here. And boy, do I not remember much of this zone. I remember this zone is called Frontier Mountains, and now I'm saying that there's lots of enemies here on mountains. But we're gonna give this a try. We're gonna see how we can do here. We got our little druid here as our backup, just in case we get absolutely destroyed. We're gonna see how well we can do here. Seems like we're not really having any problems so far. I know the level stuff can like really vary here, from anywhere from like level 25 to level 35, from my understanding. I really want to go hit the giant fort here in just a little bit. Not bad. Okay, not bad experience at all. I hear clomping. Where's the giant? There he is. 33. Let's take our first mountain giant out here. Yeah, buddy. That's what they look like. It doesn't help that these guys are literally, 13 levels higher than me, so it's going to take just a little bit. And we might get an ad here in just a moment. Yep. I don't remember these guys having this detailed faces. Maybe they upgraded it later on. I don't know. They sure seem a little bit more detailed than they ever used to. Let's see what experience we get here. Okay, so we're basically getting, 12, 13%, the cap that I was previously talking about, so we don't even need our experience potion going. Had to go ahead and pop a heal on my character. This place has got a lot of wanderers. Okay, so my druid is being hit right now, so that won't take long for that thing to die. Slow and steady. One of these days I'm actually gonna put some equipment on these empty slots. Might make me a little bit more dangerous. One level at a time. Very nice. And as we level, we're actually going to get haste unlocked. We're going to get our damage cap unlocked for our weapons here. This zone is awesome. This is awesome. It has been so long. I just have faint memories of being here at one of the giant forts. I think it was this big giant fort down here that we're going to have to make our way down to. Come on. There we go. Yeah, we're going to have to make our way to that fort down there. Got the big old moon in the background. giant over there. Oh, this is a tump. So this one is 28. Drastically lower level than the other. Part of me was like, look, it's a mountain giant trump. That would only be if it's balding also. Look at these skill ups that we're getting here. We're gonna have no shortage of defensive skill ups, that's for sure. Another one coming. Uh-oh. The Hillocks are much higher level, I think. Ooh, we got a goblin on us. Slave driver, huh? 33. Okay, another very high level dude. Assist. There we go. Now we got the nice little fancy target ring here. And the good news is my mercenary's starting to put out drastically better damage as well. Every couple of levels I'm gonna need to either like log out and back in or zone out and back in. So he actually levels up with me, because for some reason in this game your mercenaries will not level up with you. So they'll like maintain whatever level they were at before whenever you most recently zoned. 30, 28. Now of course they're on top of each other, so that's not gonna be that's a no bueno pool. God, there's so many mountains. Ooh, level 25. Something reasonably close to us. Look at that. Would you look at that? I just... hearing these sounds... the sounds of Kunark. For anybody who hears something like this in a game in 2022 is probably like, that shit sounds so annoying and frustrating, but just hearing the ambient sounds, for me, it's like peace. Like I said before, like returning to certain zones in EverQuest is seriously like greeting an old friend again. You get just this huge dose of like nostalgia, and on top of that you just get this flood of memories from familiar sounds and sights and everything like that. You just get this huge flood of memories. And we're at the fabled giant fort here that I spent many times dying at. So we're gonna start trying to clear this place out. Let's see if this place kills us or not. Ooh, nice. We just hit for 88. Look at that. It has been very cool taking this nice and slow. Like really, really cool taking this nice and slow and just really seeing the sights. I don't really want to level too fast on this guy. I really want to take my time and just like see some of these different environments again. And I don't want to just like completely skip past what some of the content would have been, like whenever it's relevant. I really don't. Oh, really? Come on. Druid Thorns, don't ruin my good time. But like I said, I really don't want to skip past what content will be relevant and when. Because even if we're talking like going to a new place every couple of levels, that's what I would really rather do. I think I'm gonna have much more fun making this like an actual series over like the next period of a month or two, and leveling this guy up through some of these old, very nostalgic zones. Because eventually, it's gonna take a lot longer to level. But that's the point. That's the fun of it, right? I think that would be a really, really good time. And who knows, if we just get burnt out and we get bored with it, then no loss. The people watching have a good time. I have a good time visiting some of these old school zones. So be it. Because I still really want to hit like some of the other zones. What's the word I'm looking for? Chardock. I really want to hit Chardock at some point as well. Some of those old school zones. Okay, so this is kind of annoying. No matter what, I think some of these guys are going to end up being double pulls. Let me see if my druid can pull it. And it's not a huge deal. Okay, no, that's fine. Sweet. We're gonna get ads here anyways. Just this area is prone to ads. I remember. But yeah, we're gonna take this nice and slow. As we go on, eventually we're gonna get to the point to where no matter what, we're not gonna be getting the 12 or 13% experience per kill cap, and that's okay. Eventually, we're going to get to the point where we're happy with... That was loud. Eventually, we're going to get to the point where we're happy with 1% a kill. Like, whoa, that's awesome. That's really good experience. And it's probably around that point when we're getting 1% experience per kill that I'll probably end up finishing the playthrough. I'm not really going to put, like, a level on what I'm going to consider as a finish, because I mean, who knows what level that will be. Yeah, what I was saying is, who knows what level that's going to be whenever we actually get, you know, kind of bored with it, or whenever we're getting just like 1% experience per kill, because I still want everyone to keep in mind that this is a 100% experience boosted server. So we're getting 100% plus to any of the normal live servers. So if we're only getting 1% a kill, like 1% experience per kill, then we're probably, you know, level 75, level 80 or so. At which point soloing or like merc duoing isn't really going to be the most viable experience. Very, very nice. This experience, I think we're still pretty much, for the most part, getting the max that we can per kill. It helps that basically everything at this point is still at least 5 or 6 levels higher than us. Some of the stuff up to still, you know, 10 or 11 levels higher. Nice. Freaking rogue poison hitting for 240 damage. It's kind of ridiculous. Ooh, a yellow. Would you look at that? let's see how much experience we get for this one. We're at 43.65%. So we still got 9% experience for a single kill on a yellow monster. Very nice. You guys, this is so awesome. I'm having such a nostalgic time seeing this area. The thing that does suck about, like, even playing on a time-locked progression server, by the time Kunark drops for that time-locked progression server, most of the crowd, it seems like, is already done with, like, these low-level leveling zones. So I feel like even zones like this, you end up missing out on TLPs, because there's not really going to be that many people willing to come to levels in zones like this. Everyone's going to go to some, like, major optimal area. You know, all the classical, like, less than normal traveled zones, I feel like they really just, you end up missing out on them, you know what I mean? Even just like Lakeaville Omen, which is visited a little bit, but like Lakeaville Omen, Dreadlands, Frontier Mountains, Warslick Woods, even zones like Gorge of King's Orb and stuff like that. Like, you know that they exist, but there's literally no reason to go to them in normal leveling experiences, because people are like, they're past the levels where these zones really matter on TLPs. So the reason I was saying that is I feel like even still playing this game on a TLP, where you would normally get to revisit some of these old world zones, you just don't get to appreciate a lot of the zones anymore at all, even in TLPs. Very nice. This next one should get us to 23. See, it's not bad. We're only about 18 minutes in so far. We're about to hit our third level for the stream. I think coming here was a really good idea. On top of it being a zone less traveled, I haven't been here in like 2 decades. Level 23. Means as we're going, stuff is going to start being yellow more and more often. Very nice. Another thing that I've considered also with part of the leveling this tank, I think as we're getting higher levels, eventually I'm going to try to make my character like best in slot Lucklin, and just see how good the character feels against like Kunark and Valius content. I think that would end up being really, really cool as well. Using a whole lot of items and stuff that I normally skip over by going to Planes of Power content because of level 65. It'd be really cool to get all the best in slot Luclin and Thalia stuff. Like all the weapons and everything like that. Like we've already got a Blade of Carnage here. We have a Swift Blade of Zek. We've got, you know, like Breastplate of Eradication, the Starred Yttrium Ring, a whole bunch of like already very common Luclin items. Very common Valius, very common Luclin items. So if we can get like a best in slot Luclin character, I think that would also be really cool just to have and just to experience. Means we get to farm our favorite dude, Lord Inquisitor Saru, a lot more. And Emperor Sra. Get us a I can't remember the weapon that he drops. He drops a two-handed weapon and a really good one-handed weapon that I wanted a lot. Weapons like that, it'd be really cool to have on this guy. But a lot of them are like level locked at 55 at least, 55 or 60. So that'll be really worthwhile and fun to use. And Luclin has so many cool clickies. So many cool clickies, like all from Vexthal and everything like that. All those weapons and armor that I end up just like stacking up because I don't really have any use for. All those really cool clickies, whether illusions, damage shields, mana regeneration, hit point regeneration. We'll be able to utilize a lot of that stuff. The good news is, it seems like the next couple of videos we're going to be spending here in Frontier Mountains, this place is going to be solid leveling for us until level 30. So even just doing like 4 or 5 levels per video, we're going to be here for a couple of videos. So if you like giants and you like Kunart content, then you're in luck. Let's look at, what do these guys drop? Tump stumps. Fucking Defiant gear. Get out of here. Leg chopper. Nice. Look at that. So many hill giant toes and tump stumps. Yeah, buddy. Leave it to EverQuest to always pull me right back in just as I feel like I need to get out. This game is worse than crack. And in general, I think I've spent more money on this game than a lot of people have spent on crack. Oh, the bad decisions I made with credit cards when I was younger. Thankfully, it's not a problem anymore, and my job more than makes up for any stupid decisions with this game. But man, it is... I spent some hefty money on this game back in the day. But thankfully, with the money that I was making selling platinum back in the day, it wasn't that big of a deal. And it wasn't like I was like one of these big market, like Chinese farming groups. It was all homemade and homegrown for me. Everyone that I bought and sold to know that I was just a fucking teeny bopper sitting behind a computer running 3 or 4 accounts, like all manually finding stuff, killing enemies, selling items. They knew that my money wasn't from somebody who was using MacroQuest 24/7. Those were good times. Really, really good times. I still just remember being 13, 14 when me and my brother were fully addicted to this game, so we were both heavily invested. And my parents basically said that they were going to prevent us from playing if we argued over playtime. So during the summer times, whenever we were both off school, we would literally take shifts. We would take shifts playing the game, like where one of us would play 12 hours and the other one would play 12 hours, so we never argued. And being my brother, he was a teenager, like an older teenager at that point, so we're talking close to graduation. And he would just stay up all night playing. So he would play until like 12 o'clock in the morning. And then my dumbass at a young age, would get up at 12 a.m. and I would just start playing immediately. So I would play until like 12 a.m., like 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. And I just remember all the time spent grinding AAs and leveling and all the fun stuff back in the day. Being a 13 or 14-year-old talking and interacting with very salty, harassing adults. I think it wizened me beyond my age. Made me an insane pro typer, that's for sure. Even today, like to this day at my job, I still have people who are like, they'll witness me typing because my job's pretty computer based. They'll witness me typing and they're just like, Jesus, how do you have the ability to type that fast? How do you type that fast? And it's like, I've been doing it for, over 20 years now since we started gaming. Not to mention, I felt like I've always had a pretty large vocabulary because of playing with adults from a young age. So I was like one of those really weird kids that talked like somebody who was 35 years old. Not a good reputation to have as a youngster. EXP is still rolling. This is still a solid time. We're just about 30 minutes, so we're going to wrap it up here in just a moment. We didn't even need to pop Bless into the Devoted today. This experience is good because these guys are just so high level. Let's kill these dudes out here so we can get a nice little selfie. Ooh, this dude's a white con. Look at that. Let's see what a white con gets us at level 24 here. And our DPS mercenary is going to do drastically better damage next time we sign in because he's going to level up with me. So we're at 54.4%. Here comes an ad. Oh, so we still got over 7% from a white con at level 24 here. So this experience is still very, very, very good. Alright, now we got ourselves a cool little selfie here. See if anybody can guess where this is from the video and the thumbnail. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching. We're going to continue this little adventure on this warrior a little bit at a time. But I will see you all in the next one.